Hi, this is Dr. Sherelle Perkins again. I hope earlier I convinced you that listening is a superpower, but I know we hear theories, but we don't always know how to implement them into our day to day activities. So let me take a moment and share with you some principles of how you become an active listener. You know, for those of us who like to communicate, we might have to acquire a taste of sitting back and not always sharing our opinion before others can really articulate what's on their mind. So we want to engage with the person that we're communicating with in such a way that they will lean in and they will share, and we will step back and we will listen. So let me give you some pointers before engaging in the conversation. You might want to consider, if you want to learn this superpower of listening, you might consider clarifying the intent of why you're meeting, why you're coming together. Clarify, what are you doing to begin with? It's not an anger management session. It's really an opportunity to hear and to become more self-aware. Choose a tranquil, distraction-free location. It's easier to listen if you're not being distracted. And please, at least for the time that you're listening, be prepared to turn over your mobile devices and pay attention to the person that you are going to be engaged with. This is part of your preparation. Suspend your preconceived ideas as to who you're going to communicate with, why you're going to communicate, and what's going to happen, and all of these dynamics. Suspend them. Because if you're listening to your inner chatter, you will not be listening to the person that is coming into your environment. Remember, we're cultivating a superpower. During the communication or the conversation, direct your undivided attention to the speaker. Again, avoid distraction. We really should not be multitasking while we are engaging with our superpower of listening. Notice nonverbal cues. Is the person you're listening to making eye contact? Are they nodding? Are they showing that they are actively engaged with this conversation? Or are they so used to being ignored in communication? Just to make sure that you are connected with the person you're listening to, summarize and restate what they've said. Susie or Bob, did I understand you to say? And then you give them back what you think you heard. This gives them an opportunity to provide explanation for anything they've talked about, but it also lets them know that you are using your superpower. You are listening. When you need additional information, employ open-ended questions, giving them an opportunity for further explanation. Strive to empathize with them and understand their perspective. We all come from various backgrounds. So if we're going to learn how to listen and cultivate a multicultural, multinational environment, we need to be able to listen and hear others and their stories. After you've spent time with someone, it's important for you to step back as quickly as possible after the meeting and reflect what was just shared. Take some notes. Write down what you heard. If you still have questions, prepare for another conversation. Follow up if necessary. And if you've made a commitment during the time of your communication, part of your superpower is to do what you committed to doing. This builds trust. This allows those that you're listening to realize that they can give their 100 because you are giving yours.